Hi, this sequence is intended to be done within 3 to 4 days of a full moon. It's a short sequence of standing balances. So if you have issues with your wrists or hands or arms at the moment, this is a good option for you. It's a mandala sequence, which means you're going to face every direction 360 degrees on your mat. And I just thought that was a great fit because it's a full moon and it's circular. I was inspired to do this practice really last minute because I could not get to sleep till 2 a.m. last night. And it wasn't until the next morning that I was preparing to teach my class that I remembered it was a full moon. And I'm often influenced by the moon in this way. But I actually find comfort in it, even though the reactions themselves aren't necessarily fun. I find comfort in it because I'm deeply connected to something bigger than myself in a really physical and grounded way. Evidence of that connectedness is comforting. So I wanted to offer you this question. Are you influenced by the full moon energy, and can you think about what ways it influences you and how does that make you feel? It's just an invitation to maybe journal about it after the sequence. And I hope that this practice can bring you more into yourself during this special time. Thank you. Let's get started.
Begin in child's pose. Put your forehead on the mat. Close your eyes and relax. In yoga practice, you learn to move with the flow of expansion and contraction in your life. And this practice is an invitation to open up to the awareness of the flows of the world around you. The expansive and intense energy of the full moon. Through your regular practice of mindful movement, you become more able to stay aware and grounded through the ups and downs, because your connection to your deeper self anchors you in the knowledge that you are more than what is happening in that moment. You can distance yourself from the push and pull of any emotion or situation life throws at you, and to forgive yourself when you don't. Begin your ujjayi breath in through your nose and out through your nose. The practice is simple. Return to the sensations in your body. Return to the breath. Let go of the mind. Move into the deeper connection with yourself in this moment and your connection with the world around you and everything. Walk your hands back up, keeping that connection you've created. Open your eyes and move into table pose. You can begin regular cat and cow here, but I want to offer an alternative. If you want to just make circles with your stomach in one direction, hunching up and creating as much space between your shoulders and then dipping your stomach down. And go in the same direction and I'll tell you when it's halfway. Now move in the opposite direction. Moving as deep into the roll as feels good for you. Just a more circular option. Now, tuck your toes and lift your hips back into downward facing dog. Feel your connection through your palms to the earth and push that up, lifting your hips far from the earth. Walk the dog if that feels good for you. Looking forward on your exhale, hop forward, release into forward fold. Connect to your breath, and on your next inhale, lift up halfway with a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. And then on your exhale, you can lower again slowly. On your next inhale, bring your hands out to the side and rise to Tadasana, hands over your head. Exhale, back down to your sides. Step your left foot back on the mat and find Warrior One. Breathe. Grounding into that front foot, you're going to move forward into whatever version of Warrior Three feels good to you. So here we go. Grounding into that front foot, lift your back foot. Your hands can be behind you, out to the side for airplane, or up past the top of your head in traditional Warrior Three. Breathe in this pose. Keep the knee on your standing leg soft. And then lift that back foot forward and up and move into Stork. So your left leg is now lifted out in front of you. And then take that foot back to Warrior One. Move into a wide squat at the side with your hands in prayer mudra. Option to lift your heels off the ground for a balance. We're going to do the same thing in each corner. Warrior One to the back of the room now. You're facing the back of your mat. Grounding into that front foot once again, you're going to come into Warrior Three. When you're ready, lifting the back foot. Remember, your hands can be wherever feels right for you. Just check in with your shoulders and how that feels in your body. Lifting that lifted foot up and through in front of you for Stork. Your palms are facing each other, your arms are straight. Your lifted foot is pointed. And when you're ready, push that foot all the way back to Warrior One, Virabhadrasana One. And then we're going to move to the halfway sequence, which is stepping that back foot forward, coming into chair pose. Your hands can be in prayer or above your head if that is your preference. Step your left foot back here and find Warrior One on the other side. Again, grounding into that front foot. You're going to, when you're ready, move forward into your version of Warrior Three. You can have your hands on the mat here for Grounded Warrior as well, obviously. You could hold onto a chair, have a chair either side of your mat and use that as a balancing. Lifting that back foot forward and through, come into Stork. Your toes pointed, your palms are facing each other. Feel the deep connection through your feet and push it back to Warrior One. Move through to a wide squat facing the side of your mat, the opposite side of your mat. Option to lift your heels. Turn to face Warrior One to the front of your mat now. So your left foot is forward in Warrior One, facing the front of your mat once again. Grounding into that front foot, lift your back foot and come into your version of Warrior Three. It's a balancing sequence. If you're wobbly like me, don't judge it. Be kind to yourself and be grateful that you're working on those so important balancing muscles. Bring the foot forward when you're ready to Stork pose, moving on your own breath. And then sit down into chair pose. Inhale, lift your hands above your head. Exhale, forward fold. You've completed a full sequence here. Inhale, lift halfway with a flat back. And on your exhale, fold. Inhale, rise back up to standing. Hands into prayer. Step the right leg back behind you for warrior one. We're now going in the opposite direction. Grounding into that front foot. Lift your back right foot up into warrior three. And when you're ready, take that lifted foot, try not to let it touch the ground, and sweep it all the way forward for Stork. You're doing so beautifully. Step it back into warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Come into a wide squat, and this could be goddess pose if you want, with your arms out to the side with goddess arms. Turn to the back for warrior one, to the back of your mat now. Again, grounding into that front foot, step forward into warrior three. Taking that lifted foot and moving forward into Stork pose. And when you're ready, step back into warrior one. Step forward into chair facing the back of your mat. Your mudra can be whatever you want. Reconnect to your breath if you lost it. Step your right leg back and find warrior one. Your right leg is back now. Step forward and find warrior three, your version. As you do these balancing poses, you are bringing your body and your mind into balance. Lift it forward for Stork. Take it back for warrior one. You're doing so beautifully. Move into a wide-legged stance facing the side of your mat. Pull your feet isometrically toward each other and fold forward. Wide-legged fold. If you want to grab your ankles here, let go, release your head. Feel the weight of your head create space down your spine. And then when you're ready, soft knees, come up halfway with a flat back, and then come back to standing. Turning your feet to find warrior one facing the front of your mat now. Lift that back foot and find your warrior three. On your own breath, move to find Stork, the final Stork, and stand mountain pose. You've now completed the sequence, the standing balances. Come and sit on your mat and lie down on your back for a supine twist. Bring your knees in and just roll for a second. Then straighten your left leg and bend your right and bring it across your body. You can have your hands out to the side. You can turn your head to the opposite side or face it up to the ceiling. Make it work for you. Come back to a neutral spine. Lift your left leg and bring it across your body. Can you connect with the balance that you found from working on this balance sequence? Come back to a neutral spine. And now for the best asana of all, corpse pose, Savasana. We're only going to be here for a minute, so just let go of everything. Close your eyes. Feel your body sink deeper into the mat. Be completely present in your body in this moment. You are enough. Now, when you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, you can move on to your right side. We move from the corpse pose to the fetal position, symbolizing beginning anew and afresh with your new balance that you've created in your body and your mind. Sit yourself back up to a comfortable seated position and bring your hands into prayer mudra. Thank you so much for being with me today. Namaste.